Okay, let's talk about car prices right now because we know they're still pretty high, especially with the interest rates as high as they are. And if you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, it may be out of reach.
Hold off on buying any car until you watch this. Right now, what looks like a smart deal could turn into a financial nightmare. Some of America's most popular cars are on the verge of a massive value collapse, and most drivers have no idea. In the next few minutes, we'll show you exactly which models to avoid and which alternatives will protect your wallet. Stick with us to the end so you don't get blindsided by what's coming next. Toyota Corolla. If there is one car almost every American has either driven, owned, or considered at some point, it is the Toyota Corolla. It is the poster child for budget-friendly, practical sedans. But here's the shocking truth. This tried-and-true economy staple may soon become one of the worst purchases you could make. Why? Because the traditional gasoline-powered Toyota Corolla is quietly heading for a price crash, and it is going to catch a lot of buyers off guard. For decades, the Toyota Corolla has built a rock-solid reputation as the ultimate value sedan. It is cheap to run, easy to repair, and incredibly fuel efficient. Your grandfather drove one to work, your neighbor has one parked in his driveway, and your teenager might be begging for one as their first car. The Corolla has always been the default choice for drivers who want simplicity, reliability, and savings. But times have changed, and the market around the Corolla has changed faster than the car itself. Today, the gasoline-powered Toyota Corolla is looking more and more like a relic of the past, and its resale value is about to reflect that. The gasoline Corolla's problem is not reliability. It remains mechanically sound. The issue is Toyota's success with hybrids and battery electric vehicles. The Corolla Hybrid offers better fuel efficiency at a similar price. As Americans shift toward electric options, demand for gas-only sedans like the Corolla drops sharply, causing prices to fall quickly. Dealerships are stockpiling unsold gasoline Corolla models. Although prices appear stable, manufacturer-to-dealer incentives are increasing. Dealers will soon cut prices sharply to clear inventory before monthly deadlines. Buying at sticker, or even with a small discount, now could mean losing thousands in value within weeks, especially in hybrid accelerating regional markets. Let us not forget the government's growing pressure on emissions. With stricter fuel economy standards coming into effect, automakers like Toyota will push hybrid and electric vehicle models even harder to maintain compliance. That means less advertising for the gasoline Corolla, fewer updates, and a shrinking resale market. Once your car starts losing support from the brand that made it, you are holding a financial time bomb. Some drivers might say, well, I'm not in it for resale value. I just want a good, simple car that works, and that is totally fair. But here's the thing. You could get the Corolla Hybrid for nearly the same price, sometimes even cheaper once incentives are factored in, and save hundreds of dollars a year on fuel. It is a no-brainer. Unless the gasoline model is being sold at a deep discount, it just does not make sense anymore. This is a car that made history, but it is no longer making financial sense in the current automotive climate. And now that we have exposed the surprising downfall of Toyota's golden child, it is time to move up the list to something far more luxurious and far more dangerous to your wallet. The next car once carried the hopes of a whole brand, but now it is dragging everything down with it. Let us talk about a premium crossover that is burning value faster than it burns fuel. If this first car surprised you, subscribe to our channel, drop a comment, and tell us which brand you think is crashing next. We're watching closely. Infiniti QX50. Claiming the 6th spot on our countdown is a vehicle that once carried the full weight of Nissan's luxury ambitions. The Infiniti QX50. Once seen as a bold statement of design and innovation, this premium crossover has quietly transformed into one of the riskiest car purchases you could make right now. Beneath its sleek body lines and upscale badge lies a crumbling foundation of financial instability, disappearing support, and collapsing resale value. If you are thinking of buying an Infiniti QX50 this month, stop and reconsider, because by next month it might be worth significantly less, whether you are buying it new or used. Infiniti, founded in the year 1989 to rival Lexus and Acura, once thrived with distinctive styling and strong V6 engines, but its fortunes have declined rapidly. The QX50, launched with a variable compression turbocharged engine promising innovation, instead delivered widespread reliability issues, disappointing buyers and damaging the brand's credibility. Consumer reports and long-term owner feedback reveal that the QX50's vaunted variable compression engine has turned into a major liability. Many drivers report engine malfunctions and software glitches before reaching 30,000 miles, and for a luxury buyer, that is completely unacceptable. Luxury is supposed to mean peace of mind and long-term value, not surprise repairs and dealer frustration. But things get worse. Infiniti's market share has collapsed. In the calendar year 2024, United States sales dropped by 47%, while the overall luxury market grew by double digits. The QX50 sold fewer than 50,000 units, ranking near the bottom. Emerging brands like Genesis are rapidly overtaking Infiniti in every category. Parent company Nissan is in financial crisis, suffering a 99% global profit loss. To survive, it is cannibalizing cannibalizing Infiniti, cutting marketing, slashing research and development by over 60%, and halting new models beyond the year 2025. Infiniti is no longer growing. It is being starved to death. Dealers across the United States are reacting to Infiniti's decline by closing or converting their franchises. Lacking manufacturer support, they cannot justify the cost of exclusive showrooms. Warranty service, parts access, and resale values are deteriorating. One Ohio dealer sold only 18 Infiniti vehicles in calendar year 2024. Catastrophic volume. Perhaps the final nail in the coffin is Infiniti's complete retreat from China, the largest luxury vehicle market on Earth. While competitors like Mercedes-Benz and BMW expand their footprint in Asia, Infiniti has packed its bags and left. That is not a sign of confidence. That is a white flag. So if you are looking at a QX50 this month and thinking it is a deal, think again, because next month it might be worth several $1,000s less, and 3 years from now it could be practically worthless. It is not just a bad purchase, it is a brand already halfway out the door. Next up, we are heading back to American soil. This next vehicle is not just fading, it is vanishing in plain sight. Let us talk about a once proud brand that is now surviving on just 2 vehicles and one very dangerous illusion of success: Chrysler Pacifica. Commanding attention with its familiar shape and family-friendly appeal, the Chrysler Pacifica emerges as a surprising cautionary tale, an icon of practicality and now shadowed by a brand in retreat. On the surface, this sleek and spacious minivan might seem like a smart, practical purchase for families who need dependable transport and cargo space. But underneath that glossy veneer lies a far more sobering reality. The Chrysler Pacifica is the last man standing in a brand that has already flatlined, and its future resale value is hanging by a thread. Make no mistake, buying a Chrysler Pacifica right now might look like a smart move, but by next month, its value could be heading for a steep and irreversible decline. The Chrysler brand, established in the year 1925, once symbolized American luxury and innovation, but over the past decade, it has stagnated. By the calendar year 2024, Chrysler's lineup had shrunk to just 2 models: the Pacifica minivan and the discontinued 300 sedan, a clear sign of retreat. The Chrysler Pacifica functions well, offering a smooth ride, roomy cabin, and fuel-efficient variants. However, these strengths cannot hide Chrysler's managed decline. Parent company Stellantis has confirmed, through internal communication, that no new models are planned beyond the year 2025. When the Pacifica ends, Chrysler will quietly vanish. This planned extinction has a major consequence: resale collapse. As dealers distance themselves from the Chrysler nameplate and shift focus to Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, the Pacifica will lose brand support, service infrastructure, and future parts availability. The resale market is already pricing this in. Used Pacificas are depreciating at an alarming rate, and trade-in values are cratering. This is not a car you want to finance for 6 or 7 years. It is a vehicle that could be worth less than half of its purchase price within 24 months. Dealers are already adapting. Many are repurposing their Chrysler showroom space for used car sales or commercial vehicle fleets. One dealer from the state of Ohio shared that she invested over $1,200,000 renovating her Chrysler facility in the year 2019, only to sell fewer than 50 Chrysler vehicles in the year 2024. The demand is simply not there. Chrysler's remaining market share is being propped up by rental fleets and corporate sales, not organic customer enthusiasm. When a brand dies, perception shifts quickly. Buyers worry about future service and parts availability, asking, will support still exist in 5 years? These concerns destroy resale value, weaken demand, and speed up the brand's collapse. That is exactly the fate facing the Chrysler Pacifica, despite its current showroom appeal. So, if you are considering a Chrysler Pacifica right now, pump the brakes, wait 30 to 60 days, and you may see prices begin to tumble. Or better yet, consider alternatives from brands that are still growing and investing in their future. Because the Pacifica's story is not about innovation or market success. It is about corporate surrender. Coming up next, we turn our attention to a vehicle that proves beauty is not enough to survive. It is one of the most stunning cars on the road, but under the hood, it is hiding a financial disaster waiting to happen. Alfa Romeo Giulia. With curves that captivate and a badge steeped in Italian passion, the Alfa Romeo Giulia storms onto the scene as a heart stealer hiding a hard truth. This is a machine that looks like it belongs on a magazine cover or a winding Italian mountain road. With sculpted bodywork, a sleek stance, and aggressive curves, the Giulia is, without question, one of the most visually striking sedans on the market today. But while it dazzles on the outside, the reality beneath the surface tells a much darker story. Buying an Alfa Romeo Giulia right now could be one of the costliest mistakes you ever make, because in just a few short months, its value may fall off a cliff, and recovering that loss could be nearly impossible. Let us begin with what makes the Giulia such a tempting car. Originally launched in the year 2016, this compact luxury sedan was Alfa Romeo's big comeback to the United States after a long absence. It came packed with Italian flair, rear-wheel drive handling, and powerful engine choices. The top-tier Quadrifoglio variant even delivered over 500 horsepower, making it a true performance monster. For driving enthusiasts and style-conscious buyers, the Giulia had it all, except reliability. Despite praise for performance and design, the Alfa Romeo Giulia faces major reliability issues. Owners report electrical failures, engine misfires, and transmission problems, many occurring before 30,000 miles. Reliability indexes rank it near the bottom, often 1 out of 5 stars, creating widespread depreciation and devastating the Giulia's resale value. Alfa Romeo is retreating fast. In the calendar year 2024, it sold fewer than 13,000 vehicles in the United States, far too few to sustain national dealer support. As franchises close, service deserts emerge, forcing some owners, like one in Arizona, to drive over 300 miles for repairs. Parent company Stellantis, which owns Dodge, Jeep, and Chrysler, plans to phase out Alfa Romeo's North American operations by the end of calendar year 2025. Leaked internal communications confirm no new models are coming. Dealer contracts will expire, and today's Giulias may become orphaned vehicles within 18 months. This situation has serious financial consequences. With the brand exiting and the reliability record in tatters, used Giulia prices are falling faster than nearly any other luxury sedan. Insurance premiums are rising due to the high cost of parts and limited repair options, and trade-in values are becoming laughably low. For buyers who financed or leased a Giulia recently, the chances of being upside down on the loan are extremely high. So yes, the Alfa Romeo Giulia is undeniably beautiful. It is exciting, it is rare, and it is everything a car lover dreams of, until it breaks, and it will break. If you are thinking of buying one today, be prepared to pay dearly tomorrow. This is not just a poor investment, it is an emotional trap dressed in carbon fiber and red leather. Now that we have looked at a luxury car collapsing under its own weight, it is time to turn our attention to a brand that lost its identity long ago and may not even survive the next 2 years. Let us talk about a nameplate that tried to be premium but ended up forgotten. Acura TLX. Draped in premium styling but weighed down by an identity crisis, the Acura TLX stands as a striking example of what happens when a luxury brand forgets what it stands for. Once hailed as Honda's boldest attempt to break into the premium sedan market, the Acura TLX is now a vehicle without direction, identity, or long-term viability. If you are considering this car as your next ride, you need to pause and look at what is really going on behind the polished badge and sleek marketing. Because beneath the surface, the Acura TLX is sitting at the edge of an automotive cliff, and its value could start plummeting by next month. To understand the Acura TLX today, we must revisit Acura's origins. Launched in the year 1986, it was the first Japanese luxury brand in America, preceding Lexus and Infiniti. Though early models like the Legend and Integra gained traction, Acura gradually lost its identity and distinction from Honda. The Acura TLX launched in the year 2015 to replace the TL and TSX, aiming to blend performance with refinement. Intended to rival the BMW 3 Series and Audi A4, it struggled to stand out, neither luxurious enough to beat German competitors, nor distinct enough from the Honda Accord. The second-generation TLX, launched in the calendar year 2021, brought bold styling, more power, and advanced all-wheel drive. Despite improvements, sales disappointed. Luxury buyers chose other brands, while Honda loyalists preferred a fully loaded Accord, offering nearly identical features for several $1,000s less than the TLX. Honda appears to be losing confidence in the Acura brand. Industry analysts confirm a consolidation strategy is underway. By the year 2028, many Acura models, including the TLX, will be absorbed into the Honda lineup. As sedans decline, dealers are reducing Acura inventory and scaling back marketing efforts. This looming transition leaves today's Acura TLX buyers holding a car with no long-term future. Resale values are underperforming, and lease returns bring low residuals. Without brand backing, it is just a nameplate. While service may continue briefly, the prestige and support of a strong brand will disappear. Younger buyers have made their judgment too. Consumer research shows that more than 70% of drivers under the age of 35 cannot identify any real difference between Acura and Honda vehicles. That is a devastating statistic for a luxury division. Acura was supposed to represent a step up in both performance and status. Instead, it has become a redundant offering in a saturated market. So, before you sign the dotted line on an Acura TLX, take a long look at the market. This car is sliding toward irrelevance, and its value will follow. A luxury sedan with no clear identity and no future product pipeline is not an investment. It is a slow leak in your wallet. Next, we turn to a brand whose very survival depends on smoke and mirrors. Its sales are collapsing, its core models are fading, and its entire identity rests on borrowed time. Let us talk about the quiet failure of American luxury. Lincoln Nautilus. Once a symbol of American luxury and executive confidence, the Lincoln Nautilus now drifts in no man's land, an upscale nameplate struggling to stay relevant in a market that has moved on. With its cushioned ride, bold grille, and quiet interior, the Lincoln Nautilus is marketed as a premium alternative to crowded luxury crossovers. But behind the leather seats and chrome accents lies a car and a brand headed straight for a major downfall. If you are considering buying a Lincoln Nautilus right now, understand this: its price is about to crash, and it will not recover. What looks like luxury today may become a liability tomorrow. The Lincoln brand, once a symbol of American luxury and executive prestige, has lost its edge in recent decades. Competing against innovative German and Japanese automakers, Lincoln no longer leads in technology, pricing, or reliability. Today, it occupies an uncertain space, especially with models like the Nautilus, caught between relevance and obsolescence. Introduced in the calendar year 2018 to replace the Lincoln MKX, the Nautilus aimed to redefine the brand. Despite upgraded styling and features, it is widely seen as a luxury Ford Edge. Sharing platforms, parts, and engines, its higher price rarely delivers enough added value to justify the premium. The deeper problem is Lincoln's uncertain future. Ford Motor Company plans to phase out the brand by the end of calendar year 2029. Successful models will be rebranded under Ford's lineup, while the Nautilus, primarily built for Chinese export starting in 2025, will not continue beyond that transition. Primarily built for Chinese export starting in 2025, will not continue beyond that transition. Lincoln's retreat from luxury has shaken dealer confidence. Across the United States, franchises are closing or converting to commercial vehicle centers. With sales dropping 18% in calendar year 2024, dealers cannot justify high overhead. One Ohio dealer invested over $1,200,000 but sold fewer than 50 vehicles. All of this means one thing for the buyer: the Lincoln Nautilus is about to lose value, and fast. As consumer confidence fades and the brand heads toward extinction, resale value is collapsing. Trade-in prices are dropping, and used inventory is beginning to pile up. Financing a new Nautilus today could put buyers thousands of dollars underwater within the first year of ownership. Even incentives and rebates are unlikely to save you from long-term losses. There is also the issue of brand cachet. Luxury is not just about features, it is about recognition. And when Lincoln no longer commands respect at the valet or inspires brand loyalty, the emotional appeal disappears. That emotional disconnect accelerates depreciation, especially when better-known rivals from Mercedes-Benz, Lexus, or BMW offer stronger resale and broader support networks. So, before you put your signature on a Lincoln Nautilus lease or purchase agreement, consider the bigger picture. You are not just buying a vehicle. You are buying into a brand that is slowly disappearing from the American road. That is not luxury. That is financial erosion in disguise. Now, we move to number 1 on our list, a vehicle so undervalued in service, so unsupported in the market, and so misunderstood in performance that its price collapse is not just likely. It is already in progress. Let us talk about the true warning sign of the automotive world. Before we reveal number 1, make sure to subscribe. We've got more breakdowns coming, and missing them could cost you thousands on your next car. Mitsubishi Outlander. Topping the list with the subtle danger of a ticking clock, the Mitsubishi Outlander stands as the ultimate financial trap. A sleek, affordable package masking a brand on the brink of vanishing. This compact sport utility vehicle might seem like a smart buy at first glance. It has modern styling, a competitive price tag, and plenty of advertisements claiming value and reliability. But do not be fooled. The Mitsubishi Outlander is one of the most dangerous new car purchases you can make right now. Within the next 30 to 60 days, its price is likely to crash. And if you buy one before that happens, you could end up stuck with a depreciating asset and no safety net. To understand why the Mitsubishi Outlander made the top spot on this list, you have to look beyond the marketing brochures. On the surface, the Outlander appears to be a decent compact crossover. It offers 3 rows of seating, a plug-in hybrid variant, and an interior design that is significantly better than earlier Mitsubishi efforts. But that is where the positives end. In reality, the Outlander's underlying issues are structural, and they are deeply tied to Mitsubishi's crumbling presence in the United States automotive market. In the calendar year 2024, Mitsubishi sold only 87,000 vehicles in the United States. Across all models. By comparison, Toyota and Ford sell that many units in just weeks. Despite a redesign in 2022, Outlander sales declined sharply, falling further behind competitors like the Honda CR-V and Toyota RAV4. The real issue is not just declining sales, it is Mitsubishi's collapse in the United States. Since the year 2019, over 40% of dealerships have closed. As dealers exit, the service network vanishes, leading to long repair wait times, limited warranty support, and growing shortages of essential replacement parts. A Mitsubishi Outlander owner in Arizona needed a transmission control module for her 2021 model. The part was indefinitely back-ordered, and the closest dealership was over 180 miles away. Across the country, similar service deserts leave owners stranded, unable to get basic repairs or warranty work completed. The situation becomes even more dire when you examine Mitsubishi's corporate strategy. Industry insiders confirm that Mitsubishi Motors North America has stopped investing in new product development for the United States market. No new models are expected beyond the year 2026. Internal documents describe the United States operation as being managed for liquidation. That means the company is not planning for growth, innovation, or long-term customer support. It is simply trying to exit the market without drawing attention. Financially, this is a worst-case scenario. When a brand leaves a market, resale values plummet, warranties become useless, and parts vanish. The Mitsubishi Outlander, especially the plug-in hybrid version, depends on specialized components. If those disappear, even nearly new vehicles may become impossible to repair, resell, or maintain affordably and reliably. So, if you are tempted by the Mitsubishi Outlander's price or features, think again. That deal is not a bargain. It is a trap. This is not a situation where the value might drop. The value will drop. It is not a question of if, but when. And for anyone thinking about buying one this month, the smart move is to walk away. If you found this list helpful, hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because the next wave of car market shifts is coming fast. Stay ahead, protect your money, and never get stuck with a sinking ride again. We've got your back.